I've done my 1/4 inch seam here, as you can see. What I try to avoid, and what is really easy to do, is to catch this top part of the front of the top. Many times I've had a little, it's a little bit right there, but not much. So that's connected. Now the fun thing is when you flip these open, your seam, your blocks rather, pretty much come together, just like that. And so the last step in this sashing is folding this part over. We're going to pin it, and we're going to tack it down, sew it down, as close to the seam as we can, without missing. I have missed before, so... and the important thing on getting it close to the edge is down, well, the next rows will be both the rows. Getting it as close to the edge as possible on the edges, because when you do the horizontal, you're sewing the horizontal this way. So a lot of times, if I've sewn in too far here from the edge, I catch it when I'm sewing and it pulls it back. So I'm trying to do much better with that. Be aware of it and try not to catch it. So I will be pinning this flap down and then sewing it. I was thinking, I think one of the last times I made probably a rainbow one or the Christmas one, I was thinking, oh, maybe I could join all of these this way and then sew all the top pieces over all at once. It doesn't work well that way, because then you'd have this long strip that you're having to roll up to do this flap. So it makes sense to do one block at a time, get it all done. So I'm going to pin this down, sew it down as close to the edge as I can, go on to the next block, and I'll have this row done in no time. The first 2 blocks are joined together. The one thing is the thread obviously does show through on the back. You can see how straight or crooked my lines are. Very often they're very crooked. So I guess that would be the only thing with using this lavender, is that black is going to show up even more. But you're not really looking at the back of the quilt, you're looking at the top. So I always have fuzzies all over my blocks because my design wall has threads and everything all over it. Someday maybe I'll take something and try to get all those off. But there we go. That's the back and that's the front. And we're just going to keep on going. And there's my first row. All together. 1 down, 5 to go. But it really doesn't take that long. So that's the top and that's the back. Still got a few. I go over this before I send them out and try to get all the little threads off. But there's the back of it. Saving my numbers, I only managed to save 2 out of 4, because when I was flipping stuff over, somehow they blew off. So I'll just remake them as I need to. I lost 2 and 4. Oh, good plans. Yeah, well.